have a little toddler, a baby, you're busy at work, you're traveling a lot, you're having a really hard time finding couple time, right? And I know we all know what that means, couple time, that time that we get to go out on a date, we get to be together, alone without the children, maybe even go away. And I think there's this, concept of having a date night once a week, scheduling sex, that type of thing, where you're making time for you as a couple. So first of all, I want to say I don't think you find the time, I think you make the time. And that's an important distinction. But I want to go a little bit further to say that there are times in your life when you can't necessarily make much time, right? Where you're exhausted, you need to get to bed early every night, where you're working flat out during the day, where you're traveling, where things are really intense in other parts of your life. Maybe you're taking care of an elderly parent, maybe you're dealing with some kind of crisis situation. And I have found that there have been years where it's completely unrealistic for us to have a date every week. I mean, my husband lived away from home for a whole year when he was doing his fellowship, his medical fellowship. And so, it's not always feasible or possible. So what then can we do to stay strong as a couple if that's the case, if you don't have time? If you're joining me live, say hi in the comments. And I'm talking about making time as a couple when you have little kids at home and when you're very, very time poor, when you're stretched for time. And I want to set your mind at ease that you don't have to find time. You don't have to find time. You don't even have to make time. It would be great if you could. Absolutely. It would be great if you could. But sometimes you can't. And what do we do in those cases? I want you to shift your mindset from finding time to finding energy, to finding focus and attention. Okay, we're in this kind of attention economy, right, where our attention is our most valuable resource. People are vying for our attention. You've got your phone in your hand, constantly taking your attention away. And you've got little children who need a lot of attention as well. And what I would say is, you don't need to spend chunks of time. It doesn't need to be hours a week even with your partner if you can't. I mean, again, ideally you will, but if you can't, you don't. What you do need to spend, what you cannot refuse, them or resist or ignore, is attention. Attention comes in the form of, flowing some energy towards your partner. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe it's just a warm good morning. Maybe it's a warm hug. Maybe it's just a touch on the shoulder. Maybe it's a little squeeze here and there. Maybe it's a compliment. Maybe it's leaving a note. Maybe when you're going shopping anyway, you're buying them something that you know they love. Maybe when you're doing something anyway, like putting your own clothes away, you put their clothes away as well. It's little acts, little motions, little gestures that are signaling to them that they're important to you. You can go years even without having proper dates, but if you are continuously giving tiny increments of attention towards your partner, then you will be able to sustain a strong marriage. The reason that people fall apart much of the time, the reason that marriages break, the reason that people commit adultery and the reason infidelity happens is often because people feel neglected, people feel invisible, people feel unseen. The number one thing your partner needs from you is a little bit of attention. Okay, we're all just little kids inside who need someone to notice us, to care, to be like, I see what you're feeling, I see what you're going through, right? And if you don't look your partner in the eye from time to time, if you don't touch them from time to time, if you don't mention to them that they're a great person, that you love them, that you're so happy that you're living alongside them, that you're so grateful that they exist, that you're excited to spend your life together, that you value them. Thank you for taking out the trash. Thank you so much for getting up yesterday to take the kids to pee in the middle of the night. The littlest things. When you pay attention to what they're doing, to who they are, to the good that they bring into your life, or just to them, then you keep the bond going. You've got to kind of capitalize on all of those tiny moments. So I think this is a little bit like the advice, I often tell people, they say, well, I can't work out. I can't work out because I have kids. I can't work out because I'm busy. And I say, okay, let me ask you something. Do you have 10 minutes? Could you find 10 minutes? If you can't find 10 minutes in your day, something needs to be readjusted, right? This is not a sustainable situation. We need to rearrange. Okay, but can you find 10 minutes? Because in 10 minutes, you can do a great workout. You could do a core workout, you could do yoga, you could do jumping jacks and HIIT. You could do so many things, and 10 minutes is enough. You could do that, Great if you could do more, but 10 minutes will do something. And then, oh, I don't know. Okay, do you have 5? Do you have 5 minutes? Could you find 5 minutes? Could you do it while you're, I don't know, reading the kids a bedtime story? Can you hold plank or something? Right? No, not 5 minutes. Can you do 1 minute? Can you do 1 minute of stretching right now? Okay, you're watching me right now. Can you just do 1 minute of stretching? Because 1 minute of stretching really makes a difference to how you feel that day. It elevates your mood. It releases great hormones that are going to make you feel better, endorphins, etc. So if you can't find 1 minute, I don't know what we're talking about here, right? Like, I don't believe you anymore. Same goes for your partnership. Don't keep waiting for the date. You don't need the fancy dress and the candles and the reservations. That's not what you need to maintain your relationship. You need 1 minute here and there, or even 10 seconds here and there. Just send your partner a love emoji, a heart emoji. Just give your partner a shoulder rub for a second. Just grab them by the face and say, I love you so much. Okay? Just do something small during the day, repetitively, as many times as you can, right? Even just checking in via text message. How's it going? How's your day? Okay, these are the things that make our partner feel like, oh, someone's there, someone cares, someone knows that I exist, someone is actually giving me attention. This marriage is a good marriage. Don't wait for the big grand things. And this is true in every area of your life. Don't wait until you can do the massive workouts, until you can join the gym, until you can, right? Don't wait. Do the little actions. They accumulate and they compound over time. Okay, a marriage that is being continuously fed, excuse me, with tiny actions, okay, with tiny little investments throughout its life, is a marriage that is going to be strong. All right, that's all for me for today. I would love to hear what you think of this. If this video is helpful for you and if you like these little live sessions, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was and give me any questions you'd like me to answer in the future. I'll be trying to go live here from time to time. All right. And meanwhile, check out the Hi Fam podcast. It has launched everywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Stitcher, Google, etc., Spotify. So check out Hi Fam. And we have just released our first podcast episode yesterday, and I would love to hear what you think about it. So leave us a review over there. I'm going to go and read them soon.